points.
No.
Missed toss, it's 3. You know, this would be quite a hold. If Li Na can figure out, after starting with 4 straight faults, love 30, down 15-40, and then about 3 or 4 missed tosses towards the end of this game, this would be quite the hold and devastating to Kvitova.
That is out. Can I point out to you that the exact same thing happened to Kvitova in a lost serve game, down love 40, and again, and then another break point. So they have both been in this box. However, this is Kvitova with another set point.
Set that's lasted an hour. Oi. Wow.
Trouble with this toss, maybe, but no problem with the swing.
But you know, the key is that she's actually not hitting the serve with the bad toss. So for anybody out there, if you have a bad toss, you don't have to hit it all the time.
Boy, the last 4 years, you can't imagine how many horrible ones we've seen hit.
Handful of set points. Another one.
Fifth time's the charm. Fifth missed toss, the charm.
She actually smiled after that one.
This is worse than Mechir back 15 years ago. Or Kuchera. He used to do a lot of missed tosses.
That sails. There's the set for Kvitova. Wow. Just amazing the way that this match has gone from one racket to the other. Kvitova wins the set. Lead in the second set, lost the first. Close. 7-5.
I actually think they should bring those 10 and under balls to like 85 and 90 and over and slow it down for the other end too. But these two, they don't need to slow it down. They're happy just crushing the ball. Kvitova trying to slow up the tempo a little bit, realizing that it's just a little bit of a Li Na dictating everything right now.
Strong serve game, and it's 5-1. Just amazing after that seesaw first set. Li Na got up to a really great start. She almost got up 2 breaks in that first set. Kvitova made her move. Then Li Na had chances to break Kvitova to serve for the set. 4 break points on the serve game, and then Kvitova came back and ultimately won it.
Li Na has not lost a point on her serve in this set. Only lost 4 total. It's 3 service holds to love.
This is the issue for Kvitova, because she hits the ball so flat and hard. She has to really commit to her ground strokes, and I just feel like right now she's in between because she's missed so many. She's thinking, oh, just get them in, but that's not how she plays well.
She just switched off after that first set. I mean, it was like such a battle. And then that service game where Li Na hit the 2 double faults and couldn't hardly get the toss up. It almost felt like it threw off Kvitova.
She's going to be able to switch it back on in the third set? That's a big question.
I don't know. Find out in like a minute. I'm not sure I've seen a top player play such a horrendous set in a long while.
Oh! Forehand volley that he should have made 9 times out of 10.
15.
Set it up. Have a look.
Watch her snatch at this, though. She just doesn't punch that. That's not one of your volleys, Pammy.
Oh, it was the last 8 years. But it's one thing we talked about with Marty Fish, choking up on the grip. One of the reasons why they do it is to keep that racket face firmer.
These are mentally big games if Kvitova can get out of this, because going into the third set, which we assume is going to happen, she's got to right the ship on her service games.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's when your opponent has such a lull, it's easy for you to then have a lull too. I mean, you wonder if Kvitova might drag Li Na.
That's a good point. It's just, you just never know.
It's a bizarre set.
A mental battle, that's for sure. Game point.
No.
Scores 5-1, Li Na in front in the second set. Remember that she was down 5-1 in the third set. Lucy Safarova yesterday and came back.
I think that second serve was just in that nice hitting zone for Li Na.
Okay.
It's only her second winner of the set to 12 unforced.
Well, even if she doesn't win the set, which is unlikely, at least she's righted the ship a bit. By the way, Tammy, I've been meaning to ask you, what's the difference between a lefty serving that serve that she just served, the wide one that you like and that you wish she would serve more of, and the right-hander serving there into the deuce court? Is it the same thing?
Well, lefties through the years have tended to slice the ball better and be better at carrying most of the time a right-hander well outside the court. Back in the day of the one-handed backhand was dominant. It was just a winning play for the lefty. It's a little different now with the two-handers, but to me the two-handers are even more vulnerable because of their reach. So that's why I think Kvitova should use it more. It's our first challenge tonight.
I don't think this one is going to work for her.
Cliff, the one thing that I would just add to that lefty situation is that there's not many left-handers on the tour. So you do not see that particular serve go off the court like you do when you play a left-hander. I think that's one of the advantages the left-hander has.
Kerber and Kvitova, the two in the top 10.
Okay, good serve. That one out wide again, like we were talking about, and it is 5-2. It's Li Na trying to serve to level this match at a 7-piece when we come back to Montreal. Championship match. Li Na serving to level.
0-15, Loftin.
We had a production-wide discussion about the possibility of a breaker serve here in this set, because the pressure of serving for the set is always there.
It's a little easier at 5-2 than maybe 5-4, though. What do you think, Pam?
Can we go find Lucy Safarova? Tell you what, if somebody loses a set after winning the first 16 points of the set, I'll do 20 push-ups. Not going to happen on this game. But if Li Na loses, I'll push 20. Brad Gilbert did 10 that was really 8, and then another 10 that was really 12 last night. Johnny Mack one time stood on his head. I'm not going to offer to do that tonight.
Big return, and here is a chance for 30 all.
So if Li Na holds serve here and wins a set 6-2, her husband a lot of times, coach, comes out after a set. Does he come out when she wins at 6-2?
Sure, why not? Set point. Kvitova has not gone away from the set. It looked for a while like she's in her mind is already thinking about the third set, but certainly not up to this point.
Well, after dropping the first 16 points, they're actually 13 points to 14 points. Just a 1 point edge to Li Na.
Guys, Li Na was not expecting it to come back. Didn't move at all for that forehand.
That was the wide serve from the right-hander in the deuce court into the lefty, and another set. At least it sets the stage. That mini comeback from Kvitova in the last few games there for the third set, which coming your way from Montreal after this break.
New discoveries. The Outback is full of them. So from
Li Na jumped out to a pretty good start, up 3-1. Kvitova battled back for 3-all. And actually took the momentum further, got up 5-3. Looked like she might win this set, 6-3. And then Li Na pushed it to 5-all. And then in the second set, after Kvitova was able to win 7-5 in a little over an hour. The first 16 points of the second set all went to Li Na. Combination of good winners from Li Na, but a lot of unforced errors from Kvitova. Now at set point to win it pretty routinely, 6-2. She does so, and once again, for the third straight time, these two big hitters are going into a final set. As you can see, the shot placement of Kvitova in the first set. It was obviously a marathon set, 12 games long. And now the second set shows you how few balls she even got into play, and not many close to the baseline.
Trying to hit as hard as possible and take it to Li Na.
And sometimes you get a strong feeling midway through a third what's going to happen. Everybody thinks one way, I get pulled the other. I actually feel that Kvitova, since she took the break in this third set, has been a little bit better player, but then I keep thinking about the recent head-to-heads and what Li Na's done in the final set. See how Li Na's serve holds up the rest of this final set.
You think that this would be a point that would maybe answer that question, Ken? It's 2-3, it's 30 all. She dominated the second set.
We saw her go through that patch at the end of the first with the two double faults starting the game at 5-6 and about 4 missed toss. Wow.
Open court. Open court volley for Li Na. It was a great get from Kvitova to get to that ball. But she was so out of it that all that Li Na had to do is get this ball in play. Watch this again.
Watch the racket face at impact. Twiddle. She didn't even hit it on the strings. Took her eye off the ball. That is a classic forehand volley mistake.
Break point. First break point of the third set.
I was just thinking the last couple of points, we know why these two are Grand Slam champions, because they have come up with some great shots under pressure tonight.
This year in general has been such a great indicator that women's tennis is, after a few years of sort of struggling at the very top, is back on the way. It's a late overrule.
The ball was called out.